let's be real. If you're a parent in today's world, you are right in the middle of this struggle. We're all trying to figure out how to handle screens with our kids, and honestly, it can feel like you're just lost in a maze. It's a huge challenge, and it is totally okay to feel a little overwhelmed by it all.
I mean, does this sound familiar? You just need 5 minutes. Just 5 quiet minutes to cook a meal, answer an email, or just breathe. And that phone or tablet, it's right there. It's the fastest way to get that moment of peace. It's a tool we all reach for to get through a chaotic day.
And on the surface, it seems like a fair trade, right? A little screen time for a little sanity. But we have to ask ourselves, what's the real cost here? Especially when those few minutes turn into a daily habit. Let's really dig into that.
Okay, so we're going to jump straight into the deep end here. The research out there paints a really clear and frankly pretty sobering picture about what too much screen time can do. We're going to start with the consequences first, the impact on both their physical health and their mental development. You know, when you look at this list, you start to see how it's all connected, like a big chain reaction. It starts with the obvious stuff, right? Staring at that bright blue light messes with their eyesight and definitely messes with their sleep. But then the dominoes start to fall. They're not moving, which can lead to obesity. And get this, when they eat while staring at a screen, their brain isn't really paying attention, so it doesn't tell their stomach to digest properly. They don't even register when they're full. It's wild.
And beyond the physical stuff, the impact on their developing minds is, well, it's huge. Think of it like this. A kid's brain gets wired to the super-fast, high dopamine hit of a screen. So when they come back to the real world, everything just seems slow and boring. That can lead to a really tough time focusing in school, having less patience, and missing out on those crucial social skills you can only learn from actual, face-to-face time with other people. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It's not just about what the screen time is, it's about what it takes away. Every single hour they spend looking at a device is an hour they're not spending outside, or building something with their hands, or just talking with you. It's literally stealing away those irreplaceable moments of just being a kid.
So, the big question, how much is too much? Well, lucky for us, the American Academy of Pediatrics has done the research and given us some really clear guidelines. And take a look at this. For a baby under 18 months, the recommendation is basically 0 screen time, unless you're video calling grandma. And even for toddlers up to 5 years old, we're talking a max of 1 hour a day. That really puts into perspective how easy it is to go way over these healthy limits, doesn't it?
All right, so seeing all those risks and the official guidelines, it can feel a little heavy. You might be thinking, okay, great, so what do I do now? Well, the starting point for a real solution is actually simpler and maybe a little harder than you think. It starts with us.
You know, it really just boils down to a simple truth. Our kids are basically little mirrors. They don't just listen to what we say, they watch every single thing we do. So if our face is always buried in our phone at dinner, or if we're scrolling through social media while they're trying to show us something, we're sending a pretty loud message about what we think is important.
Wow, this quote really lands, doesn't it? It's such a powerful reminder that our own digital habits are basically contagious. If we want our kids to be more present, more engaged, and less hooked on screens, we have to be the ones to show them how. It is, without a doubt, the foundation for everything else.
So, if being that role model is the foundation, what do we build on top of it? What are the actual hands-on strategies we can use? And this isn't about just banning all technology forever. No, wait. It's about being smart, and more importantly, it's about replacing screen time with something way, way better.
Okay, now this is fascinating. This is basically a snapshot of how kids' brains learn best. When they're on a screen, they're just passively taking things in. It's one-way traffic. But when they're out in the real world, they're active. They're touching, doing, asking questions, and getting feedback. It's multi-sensory. And look at the difference in how much they actually remember. It's not even close.
So, how do we put all this into action? It really boils down to these 3 core ideas. First, set clear boundaries. Kids actually thrive on routine, so having firm rules about when and where screens are okay helps a ton. Second, and this one is the real game changer, you have to offer something better. You can't just take away the screen and leave a void. You have to fill that time with fun offline stuff. And finally, talk to them. Don't just lay down the law. Explain why you have these rules. It turns a fight into a conversation.
Okay, as we start to bring this all together, I think it's really important to shift our perspective. This whole thing isn't really about fighting a war against screens. It's actually about seizing an opportunity for something much, much bigger.
Because let's be honest, just saying no all the time usually doesn't work. It just makes the screen seem even more desirable, right? The goal isn't just to take something away.
And this is everything. This is the ultimate takeaway. The most powerful weapon you have against the allure of a screen is you. Your attention, your time, a shared laugh. When a kid feels truly seen and connected to you, the glow of a screen just starts to dim. A board game, reading a book together, even just cooking dinner side by side. No app in the world can compete with that.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When you look back years from now, what do you want their childhood memories to be filled with? The light from a tablet or the warmth of being with you? The little choices we make in these everyday moments, they're the ones that build the memories our kids will carry with them for their entire lives.
Health is the most precious gift. If this video helped you or someone you love, please like, subscribe, and share so more families can stay safe and healthy.